Okay, everybody, good morning and welcome back. I wanted to go over something that I've discovered the last few days. It's kind of a breakthrough and a continuing add-on to my original post that got a lot of views. The green is good video I made a few weeks ago. Green is still good up here in the dev mode. You'll see I'm getting 83 FPS. I mostly run ultra settings. I'll go over the settings at the end, but I just wanted to give you a quick demonstration on something I discovered. I was running in TAA for a long time and had been advertising it, but every time I changed views with TAA, it would jerk for a second and the screen would turn red, limited by something. Now, I'm panning and spinning views, and I'm not getting limited by almost anything. Look at all the multiple views, all the spinning, inside view, outside view. All is good. This is using the just released 737 MAX. Just came out for Flightsim 24. We've had it in 2020 and it's a wonderful aircraft. But as I spin and spin, it's all good. Very little hesitation compared to yesterday when I was running TAA. Now also, with previous settings in that green is good video, by limiting frame rate to half, everything stays nice and cool. So we're going to take off and fly around real quick here and show you the lack of spinning, luckily. Hopefully it cooperates here. Go around the pattern. We're in Geneva, Switzerland. A pretty busy airport, scenery-wise. But look at this. Going down the runway, I can look to the right and even to the left, and it's still smooth. I was having a hesitation before. We're taking off with a huge tailwind, so pardon me in this dangerous stunt. Alright, here we go. Rotate about that. Going to be sluggish, positive rate, gear up, and look to the left, and it's still smooth. Last time, yesterday, with TAA on, I was getting a huge hesitation. And red. And also, in the upper corner, my GPU is at about 85 to 90% use. Now it's dropped to 63%. We're just going to bang it right around and land so you can see that things remain smooth. Kind of a wild traffic pattern that you wouldn't see a real airline pilot do. Kind of a side note though, the flight model is great in this MAX aircraft. It's so good to have it now in Flightsim 24. And it runs as smooth as anything default, so wonderful, wonderful addition to have now. Even from the outside, if I want to spin my view, it stays green. Maybe once in a while you'll get a teeny red flash, but not much, and the frame rate is at 100. Alright, we're going to bang it in back to final again. Once I land, I'll show you my latest settings that I like, and what I've concluded seems to just be the best overall settings out of months and months of fiddling. Maybe this is the end of all tweaking for me. On a laptop, I'm on a 4090 laptop, so it's not a 4090 desktop, so it has some limitations, but overall it runs smooth and seems to run smoother than a lot of videos or things I see people having. Alright, we're just all over the place here. This is just not how I normally fly. This is terrible. Really atrocious, but just want to get back to the runway over there. Gear down. This is using live weather at the moment. So we're turning final. Frame rate is 80. Everything is still green. What I liked about this too is that I didn't have any touchdown frame rate issues or stutter on landing, which I feel like has occurred with TAA in the past. Still green. Panning, changing views, all green. Now, of course, because I'm recording a video, probably it'll all go to pot on landing, but we'll try it out anyway and see what happens. Got a 30 knot headwind here. Landing and stopping should be quite easy. This aircraft feels quite heavy, a lot of momentum. I'm carrying, not a lot of gas, 9.5 on the fuel. Speed brakes are armed for touchdown. I'll just do manual brakes. Frame rate is still nice and high, 75 or so. Get that sync rate under 1,000. I talked about good landings the other day in a large jet. Gusty day today, so sync rate is going to vary a bunch, like right there. Add some thrust, get it in. All right, 50 feet, power off. And just hold it, let it settle onto the ground. There. Nice and smooth. Spoiler deployed, reverse. Looking to the right, looking to the left. Still smooth, no interruptions. All the way back here. Still smooth. Still green. Green is still good, and now it's behaving better than before. Still green, still panning. This is where I had red yesterday showing up all the time. So if you run TAA and you find red when panning views, that's probably quite likely. Now, I'll show you the secret settings I use. So my complete settings menu that I seem to have relaxed and finally concluded worked the best. Anti-aliasing, of course, is DLSS. Frame generation has now gone to NVIDIA DLSS as well. So I had TAA up here, but I swapped it back to DLSS. And yes, of course, instrument panels may be a little blurrier, there may be some ghosting, but I'm experimenting with this fidelity sharpening thing. This may be the same thing as previously what I mentioned, sharpening externally through NVIDIA. So that could kind of just take care of the blur right there, and I think it does. I mean, the panels look super nice anyway. And I'm on a big monitor where things should even look more blurry, more pixelated. And then I still have my setting fix that I talked about in the Green is Good video. Frame rate limit set at 50%. Monitor refresh rate. That is the key for green everywhere. And that's still in the video that I had made, Green is Good. That's still the magic. But TAA, getting rid of it and swapping back to DLSS really worked for me today. And I wanted to share that. It seems like that's where I've come to conclude. Long-term frame rates are higher. GPU usage is way down, and my temperature has gone way down as well. Running a laptop, I had now temperatures in the 70s for my GPU, which were in the high 80s before. And so the settings I have under custom, 130 T-Lot and objects. The rest are mostly ultra. I did turn plants, rocks, and grass to high. Seems okay from what I heard. And another video, IslandSimPilot displacement mapping off. That could be a big one for smoothness near airports and touching down. And the rest of the stuff, you can look at it pretty much ultra, and that's kind of how I have default set. Air traffic, airport quality is low, and air traffic is low. I don't even run with a live traffic. That's another big setting for proper frame rates and smoothness. Just kill live traffic. I know most people want it. It is really cool, but does seem to cause problems. So as you can see, the panel looks pretty smooth. I mean, I can zoom in. I mean, sure, there's going to be a little ghosting, but nothing wrong with that. And frame rates are higher. Again, yesterday on TAA, I was getting a lot of red, full red screen up here, and my frame rate was 48 to 50. So I've gone from 48 to 50 to 80 using DLSS. All right, I hope this helped. Let me know, and please subscribe. Thank you.